Trebbia is an international award born in the Prague Church of St. Roch. The French saint named Roch lived at the turn of 13th and 14th century. He helped wherever there was the raging plague epidemic. In the end, he himself fell ill with the plague and withdrew to a cave on the bank of Italian river Trebbia as a fact of thanksgiving for the fact that the plague epidemic evaded Prague. Emperor Rudolf II and Strahov abbot Jan Lohel initiated in 1599 the building of a church which was dedicated to St. Roch. Since 1994 to 2021, this church was accommodated the Mirror Gallery, which in 2000 established as an expression of thanks to patrons and artists the international award named after the river Trebbia. Nowadays, these awards are presented by the Trebbia Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony evening will be hosted by Jitka Novotná and Lubomír Bajaník, Czech and Slovak Republic. Good evening, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, dear television viewers. A festive gathering is coming for all who love culture, art and beauty. Welcome to the 23rd annual Charity Gala Evening, Trebbia Dinner. We warmly welcome you, distinguished guests. In the opening, we were delighted by the piece by Radim Smetana, Trebbia, The Legend of the River, and no less by the performance of the Prague Symphony Orchestra with pianist Daniel Valtová Kosinová, conducted by Jaroslav Kisling tonight. An opening is not only about introductory music, but also about an opening speech, and that has been prepared by the ambassador of the Slovak Republic to the Czech Republic, His Excellency Martin Muránský.
Laudatio.
Laudatio. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored and a personal joy to greet tonight's laureates of Trebbia Award here at the Municipal House in Prague. The year of Renaissance of Czech-Slovak relationship, a historical memory of this place, this building, and 23rd annual of Trebbia reminds the substantial one that the most substantial things in Slovak and Czech art can be understood only in the international society with the others, and the ability to reproduce this link, this relationship with important personalities of the international scene is the very privilege of this evening, but not the only one. Tonight, 80 years or 81 years after the end of World War II, it's about life again. We are risking life. We are living in the world where the war and peace is ruling, and a lot of question marks are put on. And in fact, a lot of personalities are mortal, and laureates of tonight's Trebbia and organizers you hear the sound. They deserve honor and praise for being able to bring back to people and countries things that are missing, relationship and purpose. Thank you very much for your attention.
Za pronesení laudácia děkuji.
Thank you very much for the laudatio. Yes, it was a pleasure, and we are also pleased to state that the successful 23rd Trebbia Award was also wished by the President of the European Commission, Ursula von der Leyen, as well as the Ministers of Cultures of Belgium, Finland, Croatia, Italy, Latvia, Luxembourg, Germany, Spain, Sweden, and also other countries. At this moment, we will remember the personalities connected with Trebbia who have been recently passed on the higher realms. However, their imprint and legacy remain with us permanently. Of the international nomination jury of Trebbia had left us. Those laureates of Trebbia Awards had left us also.
Applaud for acknowledgement. Dear friends, it is one of those incredible yet well-documented facts that since the Trebbia Awards were established, 133 awards have been presented to laureates from 34 countries around the world. They are selected by the members of the International Nomination Jury. There are 9 of them in total, and the following video portraits will introduce them in more detail. The jury members of International International Trebbia Award are Eva Blahová, professor of opera and concert singing, member of the organizing committee of the Allegretto International Festival in Žilina, and director emeritus of the Janáček Opera in Brno. Michael Haas, renowned gallerist, dealer in world-class art and collector. Hinek Moníček, diplomat and national security advisor to the Prime Minister of the Czech Republic. Josef Lajkert, poet, writer of non-fiction literature, historian and university professor. Vladimír Lekeš, the chief author of the official catalogue of oil paintings by František Kupka, owner of the Expo 58 Art Gallery and the Adolf Loos Apartment and Gallery Auction House. John Mucha, banker, grandson of Alfons Mucha and trustee of his heritage. Martin Jan Stránsky, physician, professor of neurology at Yale University, publisher and journalist. Klaus von Trotta, Minister Emeritus of Science, Research and Art of Baden-Württemberg Federal Lands. Miro Smolák, founder of the Trebbia Foundation, International Trebbia Award and chairman of the International Nomination Jury. Honorary member of Trebbia International Nomination Jury was from 2007 until his death, and also the first president of the Czech Republic, Mr. Václav Havel. And from 2013 to 2017, also a member of the jury was world-famous conductor Jiří Bělohlavek. One of the unforgettable personalities of the International Trebbia Awards was the legendary singer Karel Gott, thanks to whose selfless financial help in 1993 the Mirror Gallery was moved from Berlin to the Church of St. Roch in Prague's district, where the International Trebbia Award was subsequently established. Yes, we were neither able nor willing to resist memories. They also have an important place in this evening. An equally essential role here is played by a small statuette. Before our laureates consider where to place it in their homes or studios, it will certainly be fascinating for them to watch the process of its creation, and for the rest of us as well, without a doubt. The author of the Trebbia statuette is an outstanding Czech sculptor, artist and musician Stefan Milkov. He was born in 1955 in Bohumín. He graduated at the Academy of Arts, Architecture and Design in Prague. He has been a member of the Tvrdohlaví artistic group. He works with bronze, wood, rolled glass and also with artificial materials. Despite the fact that the statuette is generally static in nature, his work seems to be in motion, which is naturally creating a sort of tension and excitement. The figure of an angel protecting something fragile, an egg as a symbol of the cycle of life and creativity, reflects with invention slightly but precisely the essence and the mission of the Trebbia Award. Ladies and gentlemen, art is not merely an aesthetic accessory, it is also a sophisticated form of communication. It is precisely during the Trebbia Award ceremony that we once again realized just how much richness, inspiration, provocation, beauty and refreshment artists, performers and creators bring to our lives. 3 of them will take home the Trebbia Award for Creative Achievement from the Municipal House this evening. Trebbia 2026 for Creative Activities. Please meet the first laureate. Through his profession, he has become a dedicated chronicler of our lives, their voice and witness. He is able to interpret his observations in an incredibly compelling way. What's more, he passes on this ability to connect authentic events with artistic sensibility to future generations of documentary filmmakers. Kveto Hečko is a Slovak documentarian, director, dramaturg, and editor. He graduated in documentary filmmaking from the Academy of Performing Arts in Bratislava. He began his career as an assistant director at Czechoslovak television and later at Czechoslovak Army Film. In the late 90s, he worked at Slovak television as a chief producer, director, and cinematographer. Since 1999, he has lived and worked in the United States. He collaborated with the American studio Warner Bros. As a consultant, also during the production of the Harry Potter film series. He has directed dozens of documentary films that have been screened at the international festivals and on television stations worldwide. He is known for his innovative approach to documentary filmmaking and for frequently pushing the boundaries of the classic documentary. His publication Príprava a scéna dokumentárneho filmu is among the significant resources for film practitioners and theorists alike. He served as a lecturer at several universities and film schools around the world. We welcome Mr. Kveto Hečko to the stage. Joining me are Mr. Ivan Strochovský and Vladimír Skalský, and President of the World Association of Slovaks Abroad, and Mr. Strochovský, a Slovak film producer and director. Mr. Kveto Hečko, Slovak Republic. A beautiful good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start Mr. Ostrochovský as a filmmaker, as someone from the industry. You can certainly highlight our laureate's strength very aptly. Please do so. To summarize somebody's life in 40 seconds is a huge challenge. So I will go straight to the core. What is important on filmmaker's life are the values he is presenting. And in his Kveto's life is democracy and freedom of creation. And it sounds like a cliche, those words, but we're living in the world and period of time where those values are doubted. And therefore, his creation is even more important. Bravo. Ivan has managed, but it is certainly also worth noting Mr. Hečko's contribution to the good reputation of the Slovak nation abroad. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm representing the World Association of Slovak Nation Abroad, covering organization of million of Slovaks, some of them 2 million Slovaks, some of them are really living not only in Czech Republic and abroad in United States. Kveto Hečko is tremendous. He can reflect the world and the world personalities, and I would like to pay tribute to him, and he is capable to do it with using purely Slovak eyes. And thank you very much for your attention. Mr. Hečko, you will probably be replying all of this in your mind for a long time, and perhaps for pleasure on some device at home as well. But right now we are here at the Municipal House. We would like to know what feelings and thoughts are accompanying you here. First of all, I would like to pay tribute to Trebbia Foundation. My father was embedding in me love for languages. First of all, it was Slovak language as my mother tongue, but pretty soon a light Czech language I heard on TV regularly, then German language, Russian language, and also Italian language and French language, and in the end, English language as well. And it's English opened me the road to universal language. That is the language of movies, of filming. And I'm really glad that I was capable to open this Pandora box, this mega multi-language of film movie, and I became oriented in it. And I would like to pay tribute to all who helped me at this journey to find my own journey to my filmmaking and my film creation, and the rest will be expressed by my movies. And we are very pleased to recognize Kveto Hečko for this work, and we're looking naturally for his future work.
Pan Kveto Hečko.
Mr. Kveto Hečko, congratulations. Our next laureate enjoys detective stories that could, with a certain degree of exaggeration, be described as fairy tales for adults. In any case, both kinds of stories mostly offer the triumph of good over evil. You may be wondering why we are telling you this, because this man not only seeks out such detective stories, but he also writes them himself, the historical ones, and they have met with an extraordinary response. Vladimír Vodruška is a Czech historian, ethnographer, publicist and writer, as well as a mountaineer and traveler. In 1979, he graduated in history and ethnography from the Faculty of Arts at the Charles University and worked at the Czechoslovak Academy of Sciences. He later became the director of the Historical Museum of the National Museum. As an entrepreneur, he dedicated more than 10 years to the production of historical glass replicas and supported cultural events, for which he received in 1999 an award from the Ministry of Culture. He has written over 50 scientific studies together with his wife Alena, numerous popular science books, and about 80 mostly historical novels. His epics about the Přemyslet, Luxembourg, and Hussites area are well known, and it is the contemporary novel, The Chronicle of the Demise of Europe 1984 to 2054. He has collaborated with Czech Radio, and for 10 years he has been the most read author in Czech libraries. For his work, he has received numerous awards, including Czech Bestseller Award and the State Medal of Merit. He spent a great deal of time in his writing deck, but today he has dreadful the occasion and joined us here, the historian and writer Mr. Vlastimil Vondruška. And he is accompanied to the stage with a kind smile and gaze by the international renowned historian Professor Miroslav Hroch, who will also present the Trebbia Award. Have a nice evening.
Pan Vlastimil
Mr. Vlastimil Vondruška, Czech Republic. Yes, it will also be important in the history. Professor Miroslav Hroch, lecturers connected with the Charles University, where he focused on modern history, especially the history of nation movements in Europe. Currently, we are talking about national threats and ability to defend yourself. But you keep forgetting that about defending yourself, it's not only about weapons, but about willingness of citizens to do something for your own nation, something to put on the altar for the nation, and in fact to give up, and citizens should seek the values, and they will also consider the national history as a value. And in this respect, Miroslav Vondruška plays an important role. That's why I'm honored to hand over the Trebbia Award to him. Mr. Vondruška, please take over the award and diploma. Trophies that definitely will please you, and it was even accompanied by Miroslav Hroch. What for you Trebbia means actually? Well, primarily, I would like to thank Professor Hroch, and I'm really pleased he's here with us. Together with my great wife, Alena, we started to study at Professor Hroch in 1974. He taught us that history is not about names and dates only, but it's a fascinating story of human faith and courage, because our ancestors also were dying for the sake of this country, for us to live better. And that's what we should also try to do. Our children should live in a free country according to their own ideas, and they should be speaking Czech together, Czech language. That's the meaning, purpose of my work, because a nation forgetting about own history will lose a future. Let's keep it in mind constantly. The Trebbia Award, I take it over as a big obligation, commitment. I'm really grateful for it. I wish you all the best. I greet my readers, and thank you very much. Thank you very much for the inspiration, and the applause is paid to the laureates of Trebbia, the historian and writer Vlastimil Vondruška. Thank you very much.
Pan Vlastimil Vondruška.
Mr. Vlastimil Obruska, congratulations. Have no fear of perfection, you'll never attain it. That is just one of a number of rather provocative yet inspiring statements left to the world by famous Spanish painter, an icon of surrealism, and also the owner of one of the most photographed mustaches of the 20th century, Salvador Dali. We will touch briefly upon his work in the next few minutes, dedicated to another laureate of the Trebbia Award. Nicolas Deschamps is a world-renowned French expert on the life and work of Salvador Dali. As a consultant, he is regularly sought after by museum collectors and prestigious auction houses such Christie Sotheby's and others. After studying architecture, he joined his father, Robert Deschamps, and together they manage a unique archive of more than 60,000 photographs taken by his father during 7 decades of collaboration and friendship with Dali. The photographic archive he maintains represents an extraordinary testimony to the life and work of one of the most significant surrealists of the 20th century. He had contributed to numerous publications on Dali's life and work. His book Dali, The Heart and the Soft, is among the most comprehensive works on the sculptural creation of this titan of fine art, and also provides insight into personal story of the last Renaissance man. The Trebbia Award will be received by Nicolas Deschamps from Walter Goldoni, Managing Director, Deputy CEO, Gruppo Dali Universe and L'Art Universe.
Nicolas Deschamps.
Mr. Nicolas Deschamps, France. Gentlemen are coming onto the stage.
Mr. Goldoni, what is in your opinion so unique about the way our laureate presents the artistic treasures of Dali's legacy to the world?
Imagine growing up in the shadow and the light of Salvador Dali, watching your father spend a lifetime guarding the dream of a genius, and then one day choosing to carry that fame yourself. That is Nicolas Deschamps' story, as someone understood that some legacy are too precious to let down. A man that doesn't simply preserve the past, he keeps it alive. Tonight, Dali Universe, built on the same belief by our founder Beniamino Levi, is proud to honor a man who preserved the work of Salvador Dali every single day. With deep admiration, Nicolas Deschamps.
Applaud and presentation.
Trebbia Award. Warmest congratulations, Mr. Deschamps. And could you tell us, we were really wondering what is the most beautiful and maybe the most challenging part of your work connected to the Salvador Dali's legacy?
I will depict a landscape. Imagine you are the archivist of the disciple of Leonardo da Vinci. You see paintings, drawings, invention. He was the genius that inaugurated the 500 years paradigm that we are living now as we enter the digital age. This figure, as the archivist, is me, and the genius that marked the end of this era is Salvador Dali, who my father was the disciple. The challenge is to accomplish a Dalinian vision. It takes 7 days to study one painting, 25 years for the 1,200 Dali's paintings. This study brings spirituality in my life. And I shall conclude on Salvador Dali about a crucial question. What was his quest? And the answer is faith. 20 years ago, my father received the award here. My dream is to have my daughter awarded as well in 20 years for the persistence of memory. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Ďakujeme veľmi pekne. A Toto bolo nádherné prepojenie dejín umenia
Thank
aj
you
s
very much.
hudobným
It was a
svetom,
great
aj
interconnection
Nikolasa
of the history of art and
dostávame
also the speech of Nicolas Deschamps, also with the reference to Salvador Dali.
Pan Nikola Deschamps.
Nicolas Deschamps, congratulations!
Praští symfonikové pod
Prague
taktovkou
Symphony
Jaroslava
Orchestra,
Kyzlinka
conducted by Jaroslav Kyzling, will now perform the overture to an opera about an aging man who decides to marry a young woman, only at the end glad to be rid of her. I mentioned the plot because it outlines, it can be also recognized in the overture to Donizetti's work titled Don Pasquale. Here it is.
Trebbia 2026 za podporu kultury a umění.
for support of the culture and arts.
For support of the culture and arts.
Dámy a páni, tu v
Ladies and
Smetanově
gentlemen,
síni
here in
obecného
the
domu
Smetana Hall
pokračuje
of the
benefiční gala
Municipal
večera
House,
Trebbia.
esteemed
Už
audience,
jsme
the
ocenili
Trebbia
3
Charity
výrazné
Gala
tvorivé
Evening continues.
osobnosti a
We have
teraz
already
obrátime našu
honored 3
pozornosť ľuďom,
outstanding
ktorí
creative
veľkoryso
personalities,
a z
and now
vnútorného
we turn
presvedčenia
our attention to
podporujú
people who
umelcov,
generously
tvorbu a
and out of
kultúrne inštitúcie.
deep conviction
Pozrite si
support
portrét
artists,
prvého z
their
nich.
activists. Please watch the portrait of the first of them. A Slovak construction entrepreneur and patron Gabriel Rehák has for many years selflessly dedicated a large portion of his profits to supporting culture and the arts. He focuses primarily on music, theatre and dance projects. In Starý Klíž, Slovakia, he built a cultural space using his own funds where he regularly organizes artistic events and invites prominent artists from across Europe. Today, dozens of young talents and renowned performers have appeared here. He is one of the main patrons of the talent Slovak violin virtuoso Theo Gertler and has long supported many other young artists. He has supported Josef Adamovich for many years in Košice International Organ Music Festival as Organy, the opera under the Tatras Festival. So Gabriel Rehák is welcomed. The award is prepared. Mr. Josef Leikert, the poet and writer, and Martin Jan Stransky, the physician and publicist, will hand over the award to him.
Gabriel Rehák.
Mr. Gabriel Rehák, Slovak Republic.
Dobrý večer, páni.
Good evening.
Vítajte na pódiu, pán Leikert.
Welcome,
Vaše
Mr.
slova
Leikert.
bývajú už
Your
tradične
words
hodnotným
traditionally
darom pre
represent
našich
another
ocenených,
valuable
tak sa
gift
veľmi
for the laureates, and we look forward to them.
Nestáva sa často,
It
milé
is
dámy,
not
milí
happening that
páni,
often,
že
dear
jedného
ladies
dňa
and
zastanete
dear
na
gentlemen, that
lúke
one day you stand in the middle of a
vidinou,
meadow
kde už
or
nevedie
close to a
cesta.
village without no road,
Pozrite sa na
and you
západ
just
slnka
look
a
to
rozhodnete
the
sa, že
sunset
tu
and you
bude
decide
stáť kultúrny stán.
that a cultural building center will be built here. You build a concert hall, a theater, and you start inviting artists from all over the world. And what about the audience? If somebody comes, then everybody decides to be back again. This is not a fairy tale. It is a reality. It's true story, and this dream was fulfilled by Gabriel Rehák to fulfill a dream of many artists and also audience. So the statuette is already in the right hands now. Mr. Stransky, what would you like to highlight at this moment as we jointly congratulate Mr. Rehák? Ladies and gentlemen, he is a great person. He is doing something that he does not have to do. That's not his profession. He does not make money on it. He just does it because it's a good thing to do. As a neurologist, I can tell you that his brain is absolutely fantastic. I'm only afraid because he is hyperactive, so I know that he will get the award and he will not put it aside. He will not look at it, but he will use it as the other challenge to perform thousands of other wellness, well-being, God's beneficial actions. Thank you very much for that.
Pán Rehák,
Mr. Rehák,
keďže som spoza kopca, tak viem, že tí, čo
since
poznajú
I
Starý
live
Klíž, vedia, že je to
close by, I
podmanlivé
know
a
that
naozaj
those
magické
who
miesto
know
prepchané
Starý Klíž
dejinami.
know it's a
A čo pre
magical
vás
place
osobne
interwoven
znamená
with
takýto
history.
kontakt
What does
s
an
svetom
intense
mužstva?
connection with the world of art mean to you?
Dobrý večer.
Good evening.
Je to jeden z mojich zmyslov
It's
života.
one of my
Od
meanings
malička
in
mám
life.
slabú pamäť
I have weak memories.
a vždy som obdivoval
From my
múdrych,
childhood,
šikovných
I
a hlavne
always
usmiatých ľudí.
admired wise
Postupne
and
som zistil,
handy
že
and smiling
každý má
people.
určité
Gradually,
vrodené
I found
talenty,
out
ktoré keď
everybody is
rozvíja
born
s
with
láskou
some
a pokorou,
talents, and
dosiahne v
if you
živote
just
spokojnosť
develop
a
it
dokonalosť.
with humbleness and love,
A to je ten
you'll be
kunšt.
happy in life. And that's
Som
exactly the art.
obklopený múdrymi ľuďmi,
I'm
ktorí mi
surrounded
dávajú
by
možnosť
wise
byť
people that give me a possibility to be a functional part of beautiful whole unit, and I'm glad to be on the world. Everybody who is behind me, above me, below me, and also in front of me, behind me, I would like to thank everybody. I'm still yours, and also with this statuette. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for these words. It is really an inspiration to be happy, be glad on the world, and help at the same time. We wish you that your enthusiasm for being a patron of art and its values remains with you.
Mr. Gabriel Rehák, congratulations. Now we are heading to one of the leading centers of modern and contemporary art. It is characterized by prestigious events, avant-garde spaces, top-tier institutions, remarkable dynamic, and of course the interest of artists from all over the world. Yes, do you know? We are going to Berlin to meet a highly fascinating duo. Karen Boros and Christian Boros are prominent German collectors and supporters of contemporary art. They established the Boros Foundation and built an extensive private collection mapping international art from 1990 to the present. This is housed in an unusual location, a massive 1942 bunker in the center of Berlin. Today, the 5-story building has been converted into a unique gallery space. Some rooms take the form of classic white cube galleries, while others still retain the raw atmosphere of the original structure. The first exhibition opened here in 2008, and the display from a collection of more than 1,000 works by nearly 200 international artists is changed every 4 years. The Boros Foundation thus provides long-term support not only to established authors, but also to young and lesser-known artists significantly contributing to the cultural life of Berlin. Please welcome the married couple, Karen and Christian Boros, art collectors and patrons, accompanied by the presenters, Her Excellency Peter Royce, Ambassador of the Federal Republic of Germany to the Czech Republic, and composer, visual artist, university lecturer, and poet Vladimír Franz.
Karen and
Christian Boros, Germany.
Good evening. It's our great pleasure to welcome you all to this ceremony. Your Excellency, what would you consider to be the most remarkable contribution of the Boros couple?
From a bunker of the Second World War to the most fancy art collection in Berlin, what a journey, what a conversion. This is Berlin, and this is first of all you, Christian and Karen Boros. You are saying you are collecting, and I'm quoting, you're collecting art that you don't understand. This is as audacious, as modest. You really put your life into the service of arts, and therefore you're awarded tonight. Congratulations, Christian and Karen Boros.
Mr. Franz, what do you value most about the activities of our laureates? When we say Karen and Christian Boros, one can imagine a significant collection of contemporary art of Germany, Switzerland, Luxembourg, UK, Danish, even Spanish, and United States art. You can imagine the space which has been created in Berlin. You can imagine as well Distance Verlag, publishing house, publishing books and catalogs dealing with contemporary fine art. this married couple, Boros, for their excellent activity. In 2024, were presented Art Cologne Prize, and the Trebbia Award will follow this prize. So we can say, and I will use the language of an Old Testimony, your art, your work is good.
Many thanks to you, Mrs. and Mr. Boros.
Mrs. Boros, I would like to know what is it like to share your everyday life with such an extraordinary collection of art?
I'm very grateful and happy to be able to share with our visitors every day what is meaningful for me and very special. And it is never repetitive. It's always different every day. It's because every person, every human being has a different experience with the art, has different feelings, different emotions, different thoughts, and they start new conversations about the artworks that we share, we have loved and collected. So it's starting the new conversation. It helps me to get new insights and have new understandings of the works. I'm very happy for that, and I hope that art and also music, theater, performance has the power to bring us all together and be more understandable of each other and more tolerant. Thank you very much for this beautiful prize.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Boros, maybe a deeper look into your kitchen. What plays the most important, the most crucial role when acquiring art?
I will answer with a short quote. A quote of Tracy Emin. She is one of our favorite artists. She is living in London, and we are collecting her. And her quote is, "I need art like I need God." That's a short answer. We need to support art. Thank you.
Tak to byla nádherná myšlenka. Závěru setkání s čerstvými
At the end of the laureates of Trebbia, Karen and Christian Boros, congratulations.
Karen and Christian
Boros,
gratulujeme.
Congratulations.
Jitka, neviem, či si sa zamýšľala nad tým, že
Jitka,
asi každý poznáme nejakého solventného otecka, ktorý svoje deti zahrania nepredstaviteľnou hojnosťou. V rodine mimoriadne úspešného mexického podnikateľa a filantropáka Rosa Slimu sa pamätá nielen na potomkov a blahovlastných rodín, ale aj na širokú verejnosť.
Attention is paid not only to the standard and the prosperity of one-own skins, but also in the wider cultural public. Museo Sumay Fundación Carlos Slim is a prominent private and non-profit cultural institution in Mexico City. It was founded in 1994 by entrepreneur and philanthropist Carlos Slim and bears the name of his wife, Sumaya Domet. It is open to public free of charge and presents more than 66,000 works of art representing over 2,000 years of the art history. On display are pre-Hispanic sculptures from Mesoamerican region, 19th and 20th century Mexican era, as well as significant works of the European Old Masters and modern art. Among the most precious exhibits is the largest collection of August Laudian sculptures outside of France, as well as artwork by artists such as Peter Paul Rubens, Vincent van Gogh, Henri Matisse, and Pablo Picasso. Museo Sumaya is today one of the most visited museums in Mexico, with approximately 1 million people visiting annually. With great pleasure, we welcome among us a lady from truly distant regions. She is the daughter of Carlos Slim and vice president of its
přichází v
foundation,
doprovodu
Mr. Sumaya Slim Domit.
dcery.
She comes with her daughter. The award will be presented to her by Mr. John Mucha, former bank, and today primarily the trustee of the heritage of his grandfather Alfons Mucha, and Jinek Koníček, diplomat and national security advisor.
Museo Sumaya Fundación Carlos Slim, Mexico.
Museo Sumaya Fundación Carlos Slim, Mexico.
Dobrý večer, tak začnem
Good
pánem Muchom.
evening.
Mali ste
I will
už
start with
možnosť
Mr. Mucha.
navštíviť Muzeum
Did you
Sumaya?
already visit Museo Sumaya?
Bohužel ještě ne.
Unfortunately,
Poprvé jsem
not
byl v
yet.
Mexiku.
For the first time, I was in Mexico in 1969. And I have been there several times already, but I'm really looking forward to be in Mexico because this October we are going to open in Mexico City a large exhibition of my grandfather's art pieces. My grandfather was not only a painter but also a philosopher, and I think this is really important because here in the museum you can see the imprint. My grandfather believed that the purpose of art is always to build bridges, not to crash them, not to destroy them, which is really important in today's time. I'm really honored to welcome such a close person that is connected, such a fantastic vision, fantastic museum. I'm really looking forward to it, and I would then like to invite you to the opening of our exhibition. Thank you very much for having the opportunity to hand over the award as an expression of thank you and everything what we do in Trebbia. Thank you very much.
Krásné budování mostu.
Beautiful building bridges. Mr. Koníček, during your long-term career in diplomacy, you have certainly gathered a number of insights regarding the importance for art society, nations, and their harmonious coexistence. Would it be possible to share them with us briefly? Yes, it will be possible. Of course, the art today is probably the last universal language. We are able to communicate together. We are again getting to a period when we stop listening each other, and we don't know how to speak to each other. But the art speaks to you directly, and quite often, as a diplomat, gives you the first understanding of the country where you are going to work and live. And if I may, I would like to share with you a few English sentences.
They say about you that your museum is visited by 1 million visitors a year for free. Actually, nothing is free in our life. You pay their entry. And with that, you are the great diplomat of today's world of art. Thank you.
Ďakujeme za slova.
Thank you very much for the speeches of both presenters. The building bridges was common for them.
Would you be able to express how art speaks to you in every day of your life?
Well, thank you so much for the prize, and thank you all for being here. Art is symbol, and art is beauty and truth. Art is naming and representing, once and again, in infinite possibilities and ways. These make us human. I would say living art in daily life is a way of being present in life, in contemplation, nurtured by silence and love for the real. Naming and representing creates and recreates, and beauty and truth open gates and spaces for our experience of transcendence and timeless contemplation, which is a taste of eternity.
Ďakujeme veľmi pekne. Thank you very much. We really appreciate your words about the beauty and truth. Ocenili sme vaše slova o kráse
We've
a
appreciated
pravde.
your
Ďakujem veľmi
words
pekne. To bol
about
náš hold Mexickému
truth and
múzeu
beauty.
Sumaja a ľuďom,
This
ktorí
was
sa
our
starajú
tribute to
na česť pani
Mexican
Sumaju.
Museum, leading by Mrs. Sumaya. Many thanks.
Museo Sumaya Fundación
Museo
Carlos
Sumaya
Slim.
Fundación Carlos Slim. Congratulations. Ahead of us is a well-known baritone aria from Wagner opera. Tannhäuser, the renowned singer Wolfram, addresses the evening star and asks her to accompany his love on the journey from the dark earthly valley to the heavenly heights. The solo will be performed by Thomas Weinhappel from Austria.
Trebbia 2026
Trebbia 2026 for contribution to the dialogue of national cultures.
For contribution to the dialogue of national cultures.
Dear guests in the Smetana Hall of the Municipal House in Prague and esteemed television viewers, you are continuing to watch the broadcast of the 23rd Annual Trebbia Gala Evening. So far, we have presented 6 awards. The 7th statuette will be presented for contribution to the dialogue of national cultures. Milorad Miško-Mišković is a prominent Serbian-Montenegrin real estate development entrepreneur. He graduated from the Franco-American University in Belgrade and the Anglo-American University in Prague, where he has also been living since 1993. He entered the real estate market in 1995, and since 2012 he has founded several of his own companies in both the Czech Republic and Serbia, including Karlín Port Real Estate. As a visionary, he spearheaded the revitalization of Karlín, leaving a significant mark on the capital city's urban landscape. He is developing civil projects in Libeň, Modrany, Smíchov, and Vinohrady. A notable current endeavor is the rescue of the architectural significant but dilapidated Vyšehrad railway station. As part of his remarkable activities together with Mr. Borenstein and the Karlín Group, he has brought a number of world-renowned architects to Prague, whose work has enriched the public space with the visual influences of other cultures. He financially supports foundations that help disabled children and children suffering from oncological diseases. For his tireless work, he has received numerous awards within the real estate market as well for his charitable activities. Please welcome another distinguished guest, Milorad Miško-Mišković. The award will be presented to him by Mr. Vladimir Lekeš, owner of the Expo 58 Art Gallery and the Adolf Loos Apartment and Gallery Auction House.
Pan Milorad Miško-Mišković, Srbská republika.
Republic of Serbia.
Dobrý večer, pánové.
Good evening, gentlemen. Mr. Lekeš, our laureate, does not hide his determination to overcome obstacles and to live intensely. What do you particularly appreciate about his activities? Till recent period of time, Karlín district has not been very beautiful district with high crime ratio. Today it is a highlight of Prague with fantastic architecture. Dozens of world foreign architects contributed due to Mr. Mišković. There exists a vision, there exists an idea, and I do think that Prague deserves more of Milorad Mišković and less madness, ecological madness. Thank you very much, and please present. Mr. Mišković, what role plays in your work ideas of mutual understanding and harmonious understanding among the nations, coexistence between countries? I only like to say I am active 30 years within real estate market in the Czech Republic, and I'm really glad that I brought partners from abroad, and I brought new wave, new energy to this beautiful city, and together with my partners, starting with Mr. Eric Dempsey, David Neal, Mr. Borenstein, Mike Rich, Mr. Sunny, who is joining us today, Mr. Topolánek, and I cannot mention as well Mr. Molstan, my current partner. I'm really glad that we are creating the face, or we ongoingly working on creating the face of the capital city. And we can see, due to the fact that we are partially foreigners but living in Czech Republic since 1993, we see the opportunities where the domestic people do not see. To be politically correct, I was born in Belgrade. If I would be in Belgrade and I had the opportunity to enter to Karlín, I wouldn't see this opportunity to explain that somebody from outside some foreigner who has not historical relation to the city. I do hope I have it now, and I fully believe that I will do my best in cooperation with my partners. I've mentioned them to improve our life in one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. Many thanks to Czech Republic, my family, and to all of you. Have a nice evening. Thank you very much for your fresh opinion, and congratulations.
Pan Milorad Miškovič. Gratulujeme.
Mr. Milorad Miškovic, congratulations. And now we will proceed to awarding the Trebbia for Lifetime Achievement, which is of course a great recognition of both creative and human qualities. You can look forward to meeting a truly admirable lady. Trebbia 2026 for Lifetime Achievement.
Trebbia 2026 for Lifetime Achievement.
Her name, performances, and radiant personality have become an ornament of the world's most important opera houses. To succeed in such an elite level required from her, in addition to exceptional talent, an extraordinary amount of diligent study and mental and physical endurance. And for all of this, we will pay a tribute to this lady this evening. Gabriela Beňačková is one of the most prominent opera sopranos of her generation. She won over audiences primarily through her outstanding interpretation of Czech and Slovak repertoire. She performed as a regular guest on leading European stages at the Vienna State Opera, the Bavarian State Opera in Munich, London's Covent Garden in Milan, La Scala, and Teatro Real in Madrid. A significant chapter of her career was the Metropolitan Opera in New York, where he sang dozens of performances in 1990s. There she portrayed roles such as Katia Kabanova, Jenufa, Leonora, and Desdemona. In 1994, she starred in the historical first production of Dvořák Rusalka at the Met. For her artistry, she received numerous prestigious awards, including a Grammy Award and the titles of Kammersängerin in both Vienna and Bavaria. Today, she is considered one of the most distinguished figures of the world opera scene of the second half of the 20th century. Gabriela Beňačková was really looking forward to meet us, but unfortunately, she suffered some health issues, and as she could not join us, her close friend will take over the awards for her, somebody who will accompany her for a number of years, a colleague, and also the emeritus director of the Janáček Opera in Brno, Eva Bláhová. And the award will be handed over by the Deputy Minister of Jiří Bubeníček, Mrs. Gabriela Beňačková, Slovak and Czech Republic.
Krásný dobrý večer, pane Bubeníčku.
Have a beautiful evening, Mr. Bubeníček. The floor is yours. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests. By the extraordinary art and the most famous opera houses in Vienna, Munich, Milano Opera, Covent Garden, Metropolitan Opera in New York, Mrs. Beňačková, I truly admire you. I admire your exceptional career, your talent, your diligence, and lifelong artistic performance. It's a great honor to hand over to you this beautiful prize for lifelong achievement. Congratulations.
A tieto gratulácie sa odhrávajú na skutočne symbolickom mieste.
This is in the exceptional house of Municipal House, Mrs. Bláhová, together with Mrs. Beňačková. You represent the vocal art of both Slovak and Czech scene.
Dobrý večer, milí hostia.
Have a good evening, dear guest. Despite the fact that Mrs. Beňačková no longer dance at the stages. She became an idol and role play for many important famous opera singers and also young students of opera singing. It's a great honor for me to take over this beautiful prize for her because she is an artist that really made Czech opera famous. In Jana Czech's opera, Dvořák's and Smetana's operas, she is a star which is starring at the big opera global scene today. Congratulations, Gabriela, a lot of help.
So much charisma in one artist and beautiful woman, Mrs. Gabriela Beňačková, who, alongside many other honors, has just now also been awarded the Trebbia for Lifetime Achievement.
Paní Gabriela Beňačková. Gratulujeme.
Congratulations. After this meeting with a leading figure of vocal art, the beautiful aria from Rusalka, which many of us associate with Mrs. Beňačková, will be performed. For our laureate and for all of you, ladies and gentlemen, it will be sung today by Martina Zadro from Croatia.
Benefiční dražba.
Charity auction. Ladies and gentlemen, at the Trebbia Gala Evening, which you are watching live on Czech and Slovak television or via the Trebbia Foundation YouTube channel, we are once again awaiting an auction of paintings by remarkable creative personalities. Auctioneering is also an art, and not everyone has a talent for it. However, Mr. Miro Smolák certainly does. That is why we are always pleased to invite him onto the stage and step back into the background, maintaining a respectful distance from this event, which traditionally highlights the charitable dimension of this festive gathering in Smetana Hall of the Municipal House. Good evening. Good evening. After the last auction, Miro, somebody told me, Miro, you're using Slavic Esperanto because you're speaking Czech and Slovak together. If I'm jumping from Czech into Slovak language, please do understand me. Our foreign friends will not understand it. Charity auction has its rules. Our rules are simple. 50,000 crowns is the starting price, and we will add 10,000. But if I'm saying 10,000 extra, doesn't mean you cannot raise your hand, say 100,000, 200,000 at once. You can overcome it. Please bring the paintings on the stage. Many thanks. And I will ask the Directorate to introduce of Mr. Šárovec's first painting. Prague has become a popular subject for artists of all generations across the centuries, as demonstrated by the painting series Ars Pragensia by Martin Šárovec. For his expressive view of the city, Kokoška's opinion applies that Czech artists are able to be contemporary through a distinctive sense of color. The painting View of Klarov gains energy and a sense of immediate experience precisely through its dynamic application of color. A auction clock, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, 70,000, 80,000, 90,000. Mr. in the rear balcony, 90,000 for the first time, 100,000. I take your word. 100 for the first time, 100,000 for the second time, 110,000 for the first time, for the second time, 120,000 for the first time, for the second time, and 100 and a bit, 120,000 for 130,000. Many thanks. 130,000 for the first time, for the second time, and 130,000. 140,000? Are you honest? 140,000 for the first time, for the second time, and 140,000. 140,000 for the third time. Please, the bidder, applause for the bidder. And please, Mr. Šárovec and Mr. Bidder to pick up. So this is a great start. Martin, please hand over your painting to the bidder. Yes, applaud to the bidder. Please hand over the painting. 140,000. And please for the signature of the bidder. Many thanks. And please, directory, introduce the second painting. The painting Echo of Sumeria from Luboš Plný comes from the artist's letters period between 1919 and 1993 and depicts the idea of the intermingling of cultures from different civilizations. Composition combines fragments of Sumerian inscriptions with abstract brushstrokes, creating an atmosphere of mystery and nostalgia. The artist's work is represented, for example, in the Centre Pompidou and in other international collections.
So 50,000 for the first time. 50,000. 60,000. 60,000 for the first time. 60,000. 70,000. 70,000. Table 6 or 7. 60,000. 70,000. 70,000. 70,000 for the first time. 70,000 second time. 80,000. Table number 2. Let's see who is going to be the winning winner. 80,000 first time. 80,000 second time. 90,000. 100,000. 100,000 first time. 100,000 second time. 100,000. I raise my hand for the third time. So I would like to invite the winning bidder. Please hand over the painting to me.
Ať vám přinese štěstí. Prosím pěkně.
Good luck. Thank you very much.
Potlesk pro pana vydražitele.
So applause for the winning bidder, please.
Prosím představit třetí obraz.
So I would like to introduce the third painting. The painting Thought is a Prison by Martin Garboc, one of the most distinctive visual artists of the contemporary middle generation, was created between 2013 and 2015 during a period of fascination with Vladimír Holand's poetry collection, Night with a Hamlet. The central idea of this evocative work in the contrast between thought and action, between active engagement and action. Martin Gabro is in Bratislava watching us with the TV. He just sent us this painting. 50,000 crowns.
Právo vloží dáma 50,000.
50,000.
Nevidím. Dvíhajte vyšší ruku, prosím vás.
Please raise your hands higher. 60,000. 70,000.
80,000.
80,000.
80 000 poprvé,
80,000 for the first time,
80 000 po druhé,
80,000 for the
90
second
000,
time, 90,000,
90 000
90,000 for the first time,
90 000 po druhé,
90,000 for the second time.
zaokrúhli niekto na 100 000,
Anybody would round it out to
90 000 po
100,000.
druhé a trochu,
90,000 for the second time, a
Dvíham
little
ruku,
bit.
90
I raise
000,
my hand,
váham,
90,000. I'm
90
reluctant.
000,
I hesitate,
90
90,000.
000 po druhé,
90,000 for the
90 000
second
po
time,
tretie.
90,000
Prosím,
for
aby
the
prišiel prvý
third
obraz.
time. I would like to invite the winning bidder to get the painting.
Gratulujem
Congratulations.
ďakujem.
And many thanks.
Presahujeme v čase. Ďakujem. Ďakujem pekne.
Many
Potles
thanks.
pro
Applaud
vydražiteľa.
for the winning bidder.
Prosím
And
predstaviť
please,
štvrtý obraz.
introduction of the fourth
Jako
painting
snové
as a
vyjádření
dreamlike
touhy po
expression
odhalení
of the desire to
tajemství
uncover a
lze
secret.
vnímat
The
ojemovou
oil
polohou
painting
Čecha,
Little
polského
Hat
malíře
by the
Pavla
Czech
Šmída,
painter Pavel
která
Schmid can be
překvapivě
perceived.
spojuje
The
lidskou
painting
figuru s
surprisingly
přírodním
combines a human
prvkem.
figure
Technika
with a natural
realistického
element. The
zobrazení
technique of
detailů
realistic
houby,
depiction
tradiční
of mushroom
portrétní
details
kompozice
within a traditional
kontrastuje s
portrait
anonymitou jen
composition
cítěného
contrasts
obličeje.
with the
Malířova
anonymity
díla
of
jsou
a
součástí
face that is
významných
only
sbírek
sensed
doma
rather
i
than clearly
zahraničí.
seen. The painter's works are part of significant
Prosím,
collection
dražobné
both
hodiny.
at home and abroad. Please, the
50 000 je vyvolacia cena.
clock,
50 000 úplne
50,000,
vpadu. 60
and the
000,
rare 60,000,
70 000,
70,000,
80 000,
80,000,
80 000, stôl číslo 2,
table number 2, 80,000,
80 000 poprvé,
80,000 for the first time,
80 000 po
80,000
druhé.
for the second time.
Tento obraz na
This
podobný
painting,
obraz, varianta
similar
2,
painting,
pred dvoma
variant
rokmi dosiahol
2,
rekordnú cenu na tejto dražbe.
reached a
80
record
000 po druhé a
price,
niečo,
80,000 for second
80
and a little,
000 po tretie.
80,000 for the
Potlesk
third
pro
time.
vydražiteľku.
Applaud for the
Prosím,
winning
poďte.
bidder.
Mucho gracias.
Gracias. Gracias. ¿Está pagado?
Gracias. Ja som skončil.
I finished my
Pán doktor,
part.
prosím, zostaňte s nami. My vám veľmi
Please,
pekne
stay
ďakujeme
with
za vašu
us.
štedrosť a čúle zapojenie
Thank
sa
you
do
for your
dražby a za to,
generosity
že
and
ste
active
prejavili
participation in the
vnímavosť nielen pre
auction. We
umenie,
are
ale
pleased
aj
that
charitatívne
alongside your
projekty.
interest in art, and also thank to Mr. Miro Smolák for excellently delivered performance. Is the total amount raised from the auction of artworks 410,000 Czech crowns. This is a beautiful sum, and 100,000 Czech crowns will be donated to the restoration of the organ in the Strehov Monastery, an instrument on which Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart played in 1787. The check will be presented by the chairwoman of the Board of Trustees of the Trebbia Foundation Fund, Mrs. Alena Miro, and will be received again by the Royal Canonry of Premonstratensians and its 71st Abbot Daniel Peter Janáček. Please come up to the stage.
Dobrý večer aj vám.
Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This great evening we cannot execute without Palírna by Zelený strom, distillery, Old Myslivecká Whiskey, Hunter's Whiskey, and Derma Medical Clinic. Many thanks to you. I am really appreciated that I can hand over check for 100,000 crowns for restoration of organs because my favorite composer Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart played on them. And many thanks to all of you. Dear Mr. Abbott, we wish you a lot of patience and many other rich donors. Full of my heart, I would like to thank Tumbero Slovak and Trebbia Foundation for your generosity. Organ is the symbol of harmony, united, and due to institutions and people like you, our organs can get new life, new impulse, and to enhance souls and thoughts of human beings. And many, many thanks to you for their harmony is flying here, Mrs. Alena Miro and Mr. Abbott Janáček. And we will need as well, Mr. Smolák, a few conclusion words. After such beautiful wisdom words I've heard, I am concerned that I will not add anything wiser, that the International Trebbia Award is combining continents together from Europe, Mexico, Eurasia to heart of Europe in Prague and Bratislava will let its message of peace. Many thanks for that and have a pleasant evening.
We would like to thank all participants of the auction, authors and bidders, dear guests, distinguished viewers, the 23rd Trebbia Charity Gala Evening is coming to the close. Its pleasant and warm atmosphere was made possible by all distinguished guests, artists, patrons, and all, of course, by you, ladies and gentlemen, who have taken your seats at Smetana Hall of the Municipal House in Prague. If the friendly atmosphere prevailing here has also reached the viewers of the Czech and Slovak television broadcast, we are truly delighted. All that remains is to hope that the art, its creator and friends will meet again at Trebbia on 19th of June 2027. As Oscar Wilde said, it's through art and only through art that we perfect ourselves. Have a lovely time. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Sur mon cœur, amor, revenez l'ivresse, le rire mon cœur, Monica, chanteresse, et cette ivresse, il oublie dans mon cœur, tous ces cœurs, Monica, chanteresse, et cette ivresse, plus au secours. Un nouveau jour, Dieu se l'inouvre. Chacun là participa sa lourde chaîne, cruelle et bas, non désespoir de la humaine. Loi de nous, loi présage, les présages j'en ai fort. Le vin dissipe la tristesse qui pèse sur mon cœur. À moi